Welcome to our English for academic and professional purposes week number 3, which is all about paraphrasing, quoting, and summarizing. In this module or for this week, you are going to learn the tips, the techniques, how to summarize, how to quote someone, and how to paraphrase sentences and even paragraphs. So this is gonna be our week number 3 before our summative next week. Okay, now for these learning objectives, you're going to understand the use of paraphrase, quotation, and summary in the academic writing, even their definition. What is the difference between the paraphrasing, quoting, and summarizing? Also, to appreciate the different usage and techniques in paraphrasing, quoting, summarizing, and academic writing. And lastly, you should be able to write at least the proper way of paraphrasing, quoting, and summarizing in the academic writing. So, let's go and begin. Number 1, let's talk about paraphrase or paraphrasing. Paraphrasing means to rewrite an idea in your own words. Translate the authors into your own word. It's like you're explaining something who said something into your own words, into your own understanding. But the meaning is should not be different from the original sayings or the original intended meaning of the author. You just explain it the way you understand it and the way you choose your words in the sentences, in the paragraphs, or even phrases, or even clauses. Okay, so parang pinapaliwanag mo ang isang literary piece, ang isang sulat sa sarili mong mga salita. Okay, so it's one of the major parts yan ng tinatawag nating higher order thinking skill. If you can somehow paraphrase someone's idea into your own words, then it means you are also understanding what he is trying to say. Kaya kapag ikaw ay magaling mag-paraphrase, it also means that magaling ka. You can understand yung difficulties ng words, sentences, patterns, the syntax and semantics, kasi we all have different ways of saying something. Okay? But if you can express yourself or express the other's idea into your own word, then it is paraphrasing. Okay? Now, what is the purpose? The purpose, of course, is to restatement of source material in a form that is different than the original, not concerned with length. So that's the problem with us writers. Okay, I caught someone in the internet just trying to copy and paste it, and then that's the reflection. Okay, so it's really easy for me to find out that you just copied something from the other authors or writers. Okay, so it is actually not necessarily you cannot do it. Okay, you can borrow their idea, but not to the point you copy everything word by word, sentence by sentence, period by period, the works of other people without just paraphrasing, the effort of saying it in your own words. You can do it. Okay, at least it will become your original work from the original author. Okay, so yun yung ating concern. Okay, so para magkaroon tayo, of course, ma-exercise natin yung ating higher order thinking skill, ma-practice natin yun. So, what does a paraphrase look like? Some writers make the reader think, while others make the reader wonder. Okay, so parang tingnan nyo yan, no? Meron tayong illustration dyan ng mga dalawang baka. So, sabi ng isa, moo. Okay, so I just said that, use your own words. Because yung own words ng moo ay ng mga cows is moo. So sinabi niya yung isang idea sa kanyang sariling salita. Okay? So parang ganyan. It's not really translating. Say translating is different from paraphrasing. Paraphrasing is you're using your own words, your own technique and creativity, our own style to express someone's idea. Okay? So that's paraphrasing. Now let's continue. Paraphrase, restate someone else's ideas in your own words. They include the sources, main points, and important details. Okay? So paraphrase can also contain quotes from the source. This could be a particular effective phrase or sentence that you may not want to change. Okay? So if there's something that really impresses you most about the writing, the complete idea, you can copy that entirely, the quotation of somebody, okay, but not entirely the paragraphs or the entire literary piece, okay? So yung mga importante lang, pwede mo siyang i-copy originally word by word, but not entirely yung buong idea, okay? So parang ito, tingnan nyo po, ito yung tips para sa how to paraphrase easily, okay? Number 1, letter P, para. Put the text in your own words, okay? So gamitin mo, you can practice that. I consulted dictionary when I paraphrase something, okay? So kasi ang dapat ninyo maunawaan, yung mga authors meron yung iba't ibang style of saying words, okay? Yung iba napakalalim, okay? Lalo na pag mga doctors, alright, yung mga postgraduate writers talaga, yung the way they use words are so deep, okay? Highfalutin words yung ginagamit nila. Kaya una, pwede kayong gumamit ng dictionary and then kunin yung mga synonyms ng mga mabibigat na salita, tapos iyon ang gamitin ninyong mga salita para maging sarili nyo na yung pag-paraphrase doon. Okay? Number 2, avoid copying the text. So do not copy the text as if you copy them word by word, sentence by sentence, period by period. Okay? So that's not paraphrasing. Okay? That is simply copying. Okay? Letter R, rearrange the similar text. Okay? Rearrange mo. Para kang nag-experiment. Okay? Rearrange mo muna yung mga pare-parehas na text and then tsaka mo siya buuin. Okay? And then ask yourself if you included all the important points. So that's really important. Kaya nga important points eh. You have to take note of the main idea and also the supporting details pag nag-paraphrase ka. Baka ma-miss out mo at mawala yung thought at yung meaning talaga na gustong sabihin ng author kapag nag-paraphrase ka. So be careful to that, okay? So always look for the main idea and the supporting points para pag nag-paraphrase ka, you won't miss or you won't be misunderstood the author. So kailangan kahit na sarili mo ng salita, kailangan yung main thought, main idea na gustong sabihin ng author ay makuha mo pa rin sa pamamagitan lang ng iyong sariling salita or style. Okay? So next, let's talk about quote. Okay? So quote meaning yung literal na meron tayong quotation marks. Okay? The quotation marks, yung mga panipi sa Tagalog. So quote is to rewrite an idea exactly as it appears. Okay? Kung yung paraphrase ay iba yung idea ng ibang author, sinasabi mo sa sarili mong salita. Yung quote naman, exactly kung ano yung sinabi niya. Okay? Pero not entirely the whole paragraph. Yung portion lang na talagang nagsalita siya. Like for example, the author said, quotation mark. Okay? Yun lang yung i-quote mo. And I quote, William Shakespeare, and he said, okay? So, the name of the author, and and then it precedes what the author said. Okay, kung ano exactly na sinabi niya. Okay? Copy directly from the text with use of quotation marks. Okay, so yun yung mga palatandaan na para hindi tayo maging guilty sa plagiarism. Okay, a lot of our works, lalo na tayong mga beginners pa lang sa pagsusulat, we are guilty from copying word by word yung mga sinasabi ng mga author without acknowledging them. Okay? When you quote, also, do not forget to cite who said that. Okay? Lalo pag tayong mga nag-i-speech. We have to be careful of what we are saying because we might be accused plagiarism or plagiarizing the text. Okay? So you have to quote the ones who really said that. Okay? Wag mong angkinin, hindi yun sa'yo. Must credit the original source authors. Okay? What does a quote look like? Take a look below. Brian Aldiss argues that there are two kinds of writer. Those that make you think and those that make you wonder. Okay, so dyan kitang-kita, kinote niya kung sino yung nag-argue, si Brian Aldiss, and then it follows with the word argues that and then meron siyang quotation mark, okay? Itong panipi, dalawang panipi sa una at sa dulo, naka-close siya sa panipi at yun mismo yung sinabi niya. Okay? So that's quote, okay, or quotation. Meron tayong tinatawag na direct quotations. Direct quotation is copying someone's words identically. Okay? Kung ano mismo yung sinabi niya, word by word, pati yung mga caps niya, alright? Even yung kanyang, this includes punctuation marks and special emphasis like capital letters, italics, or bolding. Okay? So, kaya nga direct eh. Yun na yun yung sinabi niya. Okay? So, here are example of direct quotation. In an interview, for example, the speaker may tend to ramble. Suppose the speaker, Principal Don Jackson, actually said, well, what I'm trying to get across is maybe we ought to consider whether or not the students should be allowed to smoke anywhere on this campus. So, this is what exactly Jackson said. Okay? Yung merong naka-close na, yung kulay blue na yan. Okay? Yan mismo yung direct quotation. Word by word, quotation by quotation, yun mismo yung, or punctuation to punctuation, yun mismo yung sinabi niya. Okay? Pwede nyo rin itong sabihin in this way. In print, the quoted mark probably would be simplified. If you want to save words, okay, to delimit the use of words para hindi humaba yung inyong sasabihin or isusulat, you can simply say it this way. We ought to consider whether or not students should be allowed to smoke anywhere on the campus. You just simplify, okay? Kinuha mo lang yung main points at hindi mo na inelaborate, okay? Pero yun pa rin yun. Yun pa rin yung exactly na sinabi niya, pinaigsi mo lang. Okay? So that is direct quote example. Kung merong direct quotation, meron din tayo tinatawag na altering a quote. When you say altering, binabago mo, okay? Binabago mo yung pagkakasabi, pero yung kanyang idea at yung thought ng sinabi niya ay yun pa rin naman. Okay? For example, you may need to change quotes to fit within a sentence. Make sure to not alter the meaning and mark your altered parts with squared brackets. Okay? So, kung ano man yung mga binago nyo doon, make sure na naka-bracket siya. Naka-enclose siya ng punctuation mark na bracket. Okay? Now, let's look for example. Here's the original quotation. Mike said, I'd rather not work with her. Okay? That is what exactly Mike said. Okay? Pero nung inaltered natin itong quotation na ito, sabi dito, Mike told us he would rather not work with Mary. He added the word Mary pertaining to the original quotation na her. Pronoun lang sa kabila, pero dun sa altered quotation ay naging Mary na. Okay, so syempre ang antecedent nun, kung alam niyo yung buong context, yung pinapertain talaga ng her doon ay si Mary. So binigyan lang niya ng clarity that her is Mary. Okay, so inaltered natin. Pero yun pa rin naman yung sinabi ni Mike. Okay? Binago lang natin. Depende sa pagkakabagay sa sentence at sa iyong writings. Alright? So, take note again, do not alter the meaning. Just how you say it, but not the meaning of what he said. Okay? So, now let's go to the next one, which is the attribution. Okay? Part pa rin to ng quotation. Okay? So, do not forget to attribute. When you say attribute, you are acknowledging the ones who said that quotation, okay, or even that paragraph or that idea. Okay, this is commonly used in formal writing, like for example thesis writing, journals and articles. So kailangan meron kang mga support sa mga idea mo na supported ng mga experts, supported ng mga writers talaga and authors. At mga book authors, okay? So, para mas credible lang yung writing. At hindi ka, ma-accuse ng plagiarism. Okay? Plagiarism is simply yung paggawa ng, pagsusulat ng hindi mo ina-acknowledge yung source mo at ginaya mo lang siya. Okay? So, always give credit when someone else words, ideas, or methods. Okay? And then usually you can set up a quote, paraphrase, or summary by writing where the information is coming from. Okay? So, attribution is by dictionary. Definition is assigning to a source. Okay? Na-attribute mo. Okay? Language that tells the reader that you are using another's idea. Okay? So, yun yung mostly guilty tayo. Lalo ng mga students sa kanilang magsusulat. Madami tayo mga flowering words, flowering sentences na ginagamit natin na actually it's too good to be true na napaniwalaan na kayo yung nagsabi nun. Okay? Because sometimes we have this difficulty in writing and then here's your paper na sobrang flowering yung pagkakasabi. Okay? And then sobrang ganda ng sentence construction kaya madali kayong mahuli. Na-copy-paste na yung ginawa ninyo. Okay? Like, lalo na sa akin that I really take time to read your work. So I will make really sure na gawa nyo yun o hindi. Okay? So, yan. Ang mga ating mga keywords dyan is according to the author. The author states that, the author goes on to say that, and attribution may be used with summarizing, paraphrasing, or even direct quotation. Here are some examples. According to Josh Smith, okay? So, ibig sabihin yan, hindi mo yan sinabi. Hindi mo yan idea. Yan ay idea ni John Smith, according to John Smith. And another one, Smith writes, argues, or implies. In his essay, Writer's Block, John Smith analyzes. Human nature, John Smith tells us, is blah, 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 blah. And when we write, Smith argues. We, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so, when we quote, okay, so kailangan meron attribution, and citation. Do not forget that. So, let's proceed to citation. Citation is, you will almost have to cite your sources. Tell the reader where you got this information. So, in text, citation provides information about the course and the body of your paper. Hindi lang syempre na sinabi mo na si John Smith, baka kasi gawa-gawa mo lang. Sino yung John Smith na yun? Okay? Sino yung Pedro Calawag na yan? Sino yung Pedro Juan na yan? Okay? So, baka gawa-gawa mo lang yung mga authors na yon. So, to make sure that authors are reliable, valid, and even true, so talagang nilalagay din natin yung proper citation. Kung saan nila sinabi yon at anong libro nila sinulat yon, anong article, anong research paper. So, proper citation. Okay? So, this is about references. Kaya meron tayong bibliography saka footnote sa ating magsusulat para make sure na lahat ng mga nasinabi mo doon ay properly cited. Okay? Na talaga sila ay nag-i-exist. Okay? Talagang sila ay tao. Hindi mo lang sila gawa-gawa. So, reference works pages are found at the end of your paper. Okay? So, yung mga endnotes kung tawagin. They provide a list of all sources used. Meron, yung parang may nakikita kayong superscript na number. According to Just Smith, superscript number 1. Tapos, sa bandang dulo, sa endnote ninyo, dun niya pala sinabi yon. Okay? Paano yun ginagawa? Ito yun. In text citation examples, the art was stunning and breathtaking. White 215. So, White, ito yung author. In 215, ito yung page ng libro na sinulat niya kung saan sinabi niya itong mga pananalita na ito. White wrote that art was stunning and breathtaking. So, it's just the same. So, sometimes we are using the APA book review citation. Okay, APA, ito yung formatting. Paano mag-cite ng bibliography ng libro, paano mag-cite ng article, ng journal, ng website, okay? So, paano sila sinasite? For example, pag ito ay book review citation, the reviewer AA, Scott's BR, year, kung kailan yon, review of the book, kailan yung taon na yon, okay? Ano yung libro na yon? The title of the book, the author, the journal name, and so on and so forth. Okay, so usually yan yung nasa bibliography sa dulo at end note. Para to ensure that those people that you have quoted in your writings are real persons. Okay? Talagang sinabi nila yon sa libro, sa article, sa research paper, or even sa napanood ninyo media, sa movies, or news. Okay? So, yun. At ito yung natawag nating citation. Okay? So, word cited, for example, Geyser Elizabeth writing about art. Communication Information Quarterly. Okay? Spring to, magkadugtong yan. Spring 2011, 212 to 235. Okay? So, yun yung kailan siya inilimbag na print. 2011, ito yung pahina. Okay? The above example is in MLA format, and there are many formats. Pwede kayong mag-consult sa internet, MLA, APA, Chicago, or etc. Okay, so ito yung common na citation. Author, title of the source, and then title of the container, and then the number, and the location, and the page. Okay? So, yun yung citation na sinasabi natin. Just consult APA, search mo sa internet, ano yung APA, tapos ano yung paano mag-quote ng quotation, ng citation sa libro, sa journal, sa article, sa website. So, just follow the format ng MLA, APA, and Chicago. But commonly for us, we are using APA format. Okay? I think it's 6th or 7th edition already. Okay? Now, let's talk about summary. Summary retell the main idea of a text in your own words. Brief, condensed version of the text includes key academic words but does not copy the author's words. Includes main idea and key details. And the purpose is to condense source material into a shorter form. Now, pwedeng yung paraphrase mo can be the summary, pero the summary, ito yung entire na work na. Okay? So, commonly, we made mistakes dito sa summary. Okay? Sometimes, yung summary natin is just the same as the original text. And sometimes, even me is guilty kapag gumagawa tayo ng essay. Sometimes, yung essay natin, yung summary natin, mas mahaba pa doon sa original text. Okay? So, pag yun mas mahaba pa sa original text, then that is not a summary. Because a summary is a brief, condensed version of the text. And you explain it in accordance to your own words. Okay? In your own style of writing. On how you really understood the text that you have read and you summarize. Okay? So, the key importance when you summarize, of course, you do not forget the main ideas and the key details, okay? Commonly, the key details, ito yung outline ng text, okay? Paano siya sunod-sunod nangyari, okay? Ano yung, paano pinresent ng author yung kanyang main idea sa mga supporting details niya. And commonly, yung summary ganoon. You mentioned the main idea, yung talagang pinakang gustong sabihin ng author, and then, sinuportahan mo yun ng mga detalye na kung saan dun mo rin yung hinugot sa kanyang pinagsasabi. Okay? So, sometimes, tayo, ang ginagawa natin, kinokopya lang natin yung, ito yun, nakopyahin na natin. Ito yung main idea, ito yung key details, okay, yan. Kinuha lang natin yung mga per sentence. Pero hindi yan ganun, ng mga paragraphs. Hindi yan ganun, okay? So, yeah. So, kailangan nyo lang siyang i-shorten. Okay? Kailangan nyo na ipaliwanag yung inyong summary sa inyong sariling pangunawa na hindi nawawala yung main idea at saka yung key details. What does a summary look like? Brian Aldiss divided writers into two types. He said, some make the reader think and some cause the reader to wonder. Okay? Parang yung example lang summary. Kapag binasa mo yung elaboration, meron siyang certain explanation sa he said some make the reader think, one paragraph maybe, and then one paragraph din sa some cause the reader to wonder. Pero yung kanyang main idea ay na yung mga writers ay merong iba't ibang klase. Okay, yun yung main idea niya. And then yung supporting details niya, merong reader na nag-iisip at meron naman ng reader na talagang hindi lang nag-iisip, mas malalim pa yung kanyang pagbubulay-bulay. Okay? Now, why write a summary? A summary forces a reader to think about the information that he or she has read. Monitoring comprehension. Did I understand what I just read? Okay? So, parang ganyan yan. If you can summary or summarize a text, then it means you really understand the text. Okay? So, yun yung key idea. Alright? Na Kapag kaya mong i-summarize yung pagkahaba-haba na binasa mo, then ibig sabihin nun, naunawaan mo. It assists in comprehension as it forces the reader to condense information to its essential parts. Para kang doktor na kaya mo siyang i-dissect, kaya mong makita yung parts ng story at kaya mo siyang sabihin sa maiksi lang na mga pananalita. Okay? So what a summary should include? Ano yung dapat mong isama? The main idea of the selection, the most necessary supporting details or explanations, the major details, only the informations you have read, objective and factual information from the reading, meaning to say, not your own idea, not your own opinion. Okay? So, your own words and the use of paraphrasing skills. The meaning is still there, but the meaning of the idea that has been presented by the writers ay na-paraphrase mo. Nasabi mo siya sa iyong sariling pangunawa. Okay? So, you do not alter the meaning. The meaning is still the same, but in a different presentation. What a summary should not be included. Okay? Your opinion. Okay? So, a summary is not a self-opinionated na para sa akin. Okay? Feeling ko ito yung summary. Hindi. Kaya nga factual eh. We base our summary sa facts, evidences. Kung ano talaga yung sinabi doon sa iyong binasa. What you think the author should have said. Okay? Ano ba talaga yung gustong sabihin ng author? Okay, so every writings of different genre, always remember that every author has this original intended meaning. Meron talaga siyang gustong sabihin. You have to find out that original intended meaning of all the authors. Meron din silang different style of presenting their ideas. But despite of their differences, their common denominator is that they have this original intended meaning. Okay? Copied material or a string of quotes from the selection. Yung kinopya mo lang. At as if na, yun, ito. First sentence, kopyahin ko. Second sentence ng second paragraph, kopyahin ko. Third paragraph, first sentence, kopyahin ko. So that's not summary. Okay? That's not summary. Okay, so again, basta nandun yung main idea, supporting details, that should be a summary. Okay? Now, self-directed questions for writing a summary. Ito yung mga guided questions na pwede mong tanungin sa sarili mo or maging guides kung paano mag-summarize. So, number 1 question, what is the topic of the article, essay, chapter? If you cannot simply find out the topic of the article or the essay or the chapter, then you are still not understanding the text. You should answer this question first. Ano ba talaga yung topic? Ano yung sinasabi? Okay? Ang pinag-uusapan dun sa story is patungkol sa leon, tapos ang topic mo na nakita ay patungkol sa langgam, ay salon na yon. Okay? You already missed the point. Okay? So number 2, what main point is the author trying to establish about his topic? Okay? Main point. Okay? Lagi nyo tatandaan, meron niyang laging tinutumbok yung author. Ano yung gusto niya talagang sabihin? Ano yung tinutumbok nila? Okay? Like for example, when you watch a movie, yung mga movie na pinapalabas na mga, of course, it was written ng mga writers, of course, may mga scripts, ganyan. Kapag siya pinalabas ng mga producer and directors, hindi naman nawala yung meaning nung writer. Nandun pa rin yung meaning, okay? It was just presented, but always remember, it is not made only for entertainment per se. Kaya kasi tayo, ang ating understanding ng mga movie, basta masaya, nakakatawa, nakakaiyak. Okay? So yun yung ating basihan kung talagang maganda yung movie. Like for example, Probinsyano. Ang goal ng Probinsyano is to portray the current issues na meron ng ating society. Hindi lang yung namatay si Aliana, hindi lang yung mga drugs na makikita mo doon, kundi yun talaga nangyayari sa lipunan. At yun yung gustong i-portray ng director at producer ng Probinsyano. Okay? So, hindi lang yung magandang barilan, hindi lang yung magandang bakbakan, yung mga kabitan, at kung ano-ano pa. Hindi yon. Okay? That is just supporting details. That is just just the way they present it, okay? But the actual meaning, intention of the writer, the producer, the director, ay para i-portray yung current issues na meron tayo ngayon sa ating bansa, sa bansang Pilipinas. That's the main point ng Probinsyano. Number 3, what are some of the explanations or the author uses to support his main idea? Kung merong main actor, meron din mga supporting actors. Parang ganon, okay? Hanapin mo yung sumusuporta doon sa main idea. Okay? For example, ang pinag-usapan ay pag-ibig. Tapos, yung mga paragraph na ang pag-ibig ay mabuti, ang pag-ibig ay matyaga, ang pag-ibig ay mahinahon, ang pag-ibig ay umaayon sa katotohanan. So, yun yung mga supporting details. The main idea is patungkol sa pag-ibig, and then yung mga supporting details patungkol sa pag-ibig. Okay? So, that is the supporting idea to point out to the main idea. Okay, take note. When written in sentences, the answer to these questions will become a summary in paragraph form. Okay? Sentence 1, sentence 2, sentence 3. Pag nasagot mo yan, tatlo na yan, pwede mo yung maging guided question, sagutin mo yan. Pag sama-samahin mo, then that is a summary. Okay? Now this time, let's talk about steps for writing a summary. Step 1, title. Put the title of the text on the first line centered. Okay? So kung ano yung title, lagay mo doon sa unang paragraph. The story is entitled The Probinsyano. Okay. So yun yung title. First sentence. In the first sentence, you should include the following information. Title of the selection, the author, available or the source, the thesis statement, main idea of the selection, what is the author trying to tell you about the topic. Parang ito. The story is all about the Probinsyano. The story is entitled The Probinsyano, directed by Coco Martin, for example, and the movie or the story is all about depicting the current issues in the Philippines. Okay, so yun yan. That is a summary. Okay, sa ating step 2, the first sentence. Step 3, author's explanation and development. Follow the main idea statement with details that directly support, explain, or prove the author's main idea. Include important explanation or examples of the major supporting details. This is how the Probinsyano shows the current issues in the Philippines. First, they have showed us that there are a lot of conflict in the family. Second, there are a lot of drugs spreading in our country. Third, there are a lot of marital conflict in the society. Fourth, there are a lot of issues, civil wars in the society. So, yun yung mga supporting details. Okay? Number 4, the concluding sentence. Start the last sentence with transition words such as in conclusion, in summation, or in summary. Restate the thesis statement. Okay? So, in conclusion, the Probinsyano is all about the current issues of the Philippines such as drug addiction, drug abuse, government corruption, and even civil war. Okay, so that's a summary. And step 5, final check. Of course, proofread the summary and check for spelling, punctuation, grammar, and coherence. Make sure you have not included your opinion or reaction. A summary is an objective piece of writing. Mostly importantly, make sure you've used your own words. Okay, final check. Check nyo muna. The grammar, the punctuation, the coherence, the consistency, the syntax, the semantics. So, lahat-lahat yun. Kailangan check nyo muna bago nyo siya i-publish. Okay, yung iyong summary. So, ganoon naman tayo lagi. So, hindi pagkatapos ng pagsulat, okay, that's it. That's my final work. Okay, let's move on. You should always check your work. Okay? So, kaya meron tayong mga pre-writing activity. Magawa muna tayo ng draft bago natin gumawa tayo ng final output. Okay? So, now, let's proceed. Here's an example. Here's an original paragraph. Okay? People who think that grammar is just a collection of rules and restrictions are wrong. If you get to like it, grammar reveals the hidden meaning of history, hides disorder and abandonment, links think and brings opposites together. Grammar is a wonderful way of organizing the world. how you'd like it to be. So, the main idea is all about grammar, okay? And then, there are a lot of details supporting or explaining about what is a grammar or how does the grammar is being used, okay? When we summarize it, it should look like this, okay? According to Delpin, the vegan, the one who said that earlier, grammar is far more than just a collection of rules and restrictions. It helps broaden understanding and allows you to organize the world the way you'd like it to be. So, mixy siya. Like kanina, napakinggan nyo, napakahaba. Kinuha lang natin yung main idea. So, it's all about the collection, not just a collection ng rules and restriction. It also helps you to broaden yung understanding and allows you to organize the world how you like it to be. Okay, nandyan yan. Okay, so hindi na masyadong elaborate, pinaiksi na siya. Kung ano lang yung main idea at yung mga supporting details na sinusuportahan, of course, yung iyong main idea. So that's it. All about paraphrasing, quoting, and sa pag-quoting, dapat may proper citation, proper attribution. So, ito yung also the techniques on how to properly summarize. Okay? So, in conclusion, properly including quotes, summaries, and paraphrases will greatly enhance your academic writing. Be sure to cite your sources. Okay? This is a summary. In order for you to be good in writing, you should know the techniques and the use of paraphrasing, summarizing, and quoting. And do not always forget to cite your source. Okay? Saan nanggaling yung idea mo? Okay? Sino nagsabi niyan originally? Okay? At and then again, paraphrasing is writing someone's idea into your own words, own sentence, own style. Okay? And quoting is acknowledging someone's work. Okay? And then you can copy them word by word with the use of quotation mark, or you can alter it. You can use direct or altered quotation. And also, lastly, the summarize. Okay? The summary. Alright? Summarizing. Okay? The summarizing is not just paraphrasing, but summarizing is the shortened, the condensed version of the original intended meaning of the author with its supporting details. Okay? Kapag na-practice nyo to, kapag nalaman nyo to, it will help you with your academic writing. Kasi napakadami yung academic writing this semester and also sa inyong college years. Right? Pag-write ng reflection paper, reaction paper, thesis writing, and every writing na ginagawa nyo. Essay, journal, articles. So, ito yung mga basic na dapat ninyong malaman with regards sa English as academic and professional purposes. Okay? Now, for your weekly assessment, I want you to read each passage, highlight or underline necessary information. Number 1. Highlight mo sa number 1, ano ba yung mga importante? What is the main idea and the supporting details? And then write your summary. Okay, so makita ninyo, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 sentence lang. Okay? Or 4 lines na yung binigay. Unlike ito sa original niya, napakahaba. Okay? I want you to highlight or underline the necessary information, the main idea, and the supporting details. And then write your summary. This is only 4. Okay? So there is no other way for you to improve your writing than to write frequently. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, underline the necessary information, the main idea, and the key ideas, supporting details. And then after which, you make your own summary. Okay? So, thank you very much, class, for listening to me this week. Okay? So, this is again Sir Wright Castillo, your teacher in English for academic and professional purposes. Week number 3, which is all about quoting, summarizing, and paraphrasing. If you have important questions needed to be raised or to be answered, do not hesitate to contact me with the following details, and also even